Well, g'day and welcome to JoeJoeMoto. Today we're doing a how-to on cleaning a motorcycle fuel tank that has rust inside it. We're going to be using some very cheap and basic household items. It's going to be easy, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be like a cool little science lesson as well. Alright, so let's have a quick little peek in the fuel tank before we start. You can see that there's a fair bit of rust in there. If you checked out the JoeJoeMoto Instagram while waiting for the fuel, time to look through some cool pictures that I put up. We're just going to get a bit better access now to the tank by taking off the fuel pump. Probably see a whole bunch of gunk in there now too. There's a fuel pump out. I can already see that some of the parts on here are quite rusty as well. So I'm going to need a lot of cleaning up. Okay, so we got the all the fuel out, and you can see down the bottom there, there's actually big flakes of rust there already. And inside the tank you can see it's pretty rusty in there. Alright, so we're going to get the pump all taken apart now and this all cleaned up because there's going to be some gunk in there for sure. Back flush everything here and clean it all up really well, and then we can use this bottom plate to start cleaning the actual inside of the tank. There's some of the stuff from in the bottom of the pump there. That's where it gets its fuel from, sitting in that gunk. Alright, so I've decided to go with the screws. I found some that are definitely magnetic. I counted out 50 of them to make sure I put 50 in, and I'll count them when I get them back out. But I'll obviously be able to feel something rattling around in there if I can't find them. But anyway, I'm going to chuck in 50 screws and hope for the best with that. Now here comes the science. We've got ourselves some white vinegar. I've got 4 litres. You probably could use a lot more to fill up the tank, but it's up to you, I don't mind. I'm just going to take the time to keep flipping the tank over, shaking it all the time. The white vinegar is acidic, I think, and it eats away at the rust. And once we've finished doing the vinegar, we're going to flush it out with some bicarb soda, which is going to be, I assume, the alkaline to eliminate the eating away of the vinegar. Then we'll flush it out with some 2-stroke fuel, which has some like rust inhibitor stuff in it. Once we've done that, then hopefully the interior of the tank should be nice and clean. For those that don't know, the reason you use screws, when you're shaking it around, moving it all around, like that does help to chip at it and poke at it and hopefully get a lot of the rust actually off the inside of the tank. So let's put in some screws, put in some white vinegar, and we'll give it its first shake and see what happens. This is one of those JoeJoeMoto moments where you just give it a go and fingers crossed, hope for the best. If not, I can sort it out later. I can always work around things. I'm a great problem solver, that's for sure. In goes some white vinegar. This is an odd feeling. Here goes 50 screws into a fuel tank. So that's it, we got 4 litres of vinegar and 50 screws all up in this tank. And now it's a matter of shaking it around. Nothing's leaking, we're going well. So I guess I'm just going to come and shake it every, I don't know, half an hour or so. I'll leave it overnight one way and then, you know, next morning the other way sitting sort of thing. So, shaker, shaker, shaker. vinegar and screws have now been in the tank for probably about 16 hours or so, with me shaking it every half an hour, although it did sit overnight, but I've just been shaking it all morning as well. So we're going to pour out the vinegar and see what it looks like. Let's have a quick little look at the rusty vinegar water so you can see how much gunk was in that tank. So we'll put in about half of our bicarb mixture and swish it around, give it a wash out. Alright, so I've rinsed it with a bunch of two-stroke fuel. The oil in the two-stroke fuel is supposed to be a rust inhibitor, because you don't want it to flash rust after having all that water and vinegar and all the stuff in there. So I've washed it out with the two-stroke fuel, and now it's time to put the pump back together, get that back in there, and then I can fill it with fuel. Okay, so before we stick it all back together, let's have a quick little look in there. It's not absolutely perfect, but man, it is so much better than it was. You all saw what it was like at the start, and now it's pretty clean in there now. So, job's done. I think it's turned out really nicely. Let's put it all back together. So I'm just filling it up with fuel now to stop any flash rusting, so there's no air getting to the bare metal at all. I hope this has helped you out with your rust in your fuel tank if you're watching it for that reason. And thanks for watching, thanks for coming along on this little how-to video. I really hope it's helped you out. I'll see you on the next one. Alright, so this part of the video goes out to my loyal viewers. If you were here because you are a general subscriber and you're always watching my videos, thank you. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video with me. I wanted to do this one as a how-to so that other people could do it rather than just the first series of the build. It took me a bit of time to think about how I wanted to put this video together. So I just thought I'd do this bit at the end for my loyal subscribers. Thanks for hanging around. You'll see a whole bunch of videos coming out on the GSXR 600. They might not be placed as, build 1, build 2, build 3, but, because I like helping out people with whatever it is they're doing on their bike, because I know that people help me when I watch YouTube videos about how to do things. So thanks for watching anyway, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there's a bit of entertainment for you. So the Gixxer went in for its roadworthy, which is like to get it on the road and registered. Unfortunately, it didn't pass because the blinkers flashed too fast, even though I've got the indicator rectifier thing coming. So it just means that I've got to whack that in, take it back down to them and show them that the indicators blink at a normal speed. And then once that's done, then it's ready for the road, because it's got new tyres. I got those the other week. They're Dunlop Road Sport tyres, so I needed those for roadworthy as well. So I knew I just had to do that before even going and getting the roadworthy. So new tyres with the new fuel tank now, all sort of prepped up and whatever. Fingers crossed it works all right. And then Red Joe, once the indicators blink slow enough, Australia, I don't know, and then we'll be able to start riding it around. And when we're riding it around, we'll just stop every weekend, do a little build video, fix something on the bike, and I can show you that, and then go for a ride and whatever. So it'll be really, really cool. So thanks for watching, thanks for coming along for my loyal subscribers as well, and I'll see you on the next video. So the pump still makes a funky sound, but let's see if it starts and runs. It's just like it was before, I guess. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. All I know is that we cleaned a whole bunch of rust out of the tank and cleaned out that pre-filter thing, so it's got to be a good thing, I guess.